Because look how much you lose because you sat in lane the entire time and you lost your tower first at the same time. So now at this point, you know, what's done is done, right? We can cry over spilled milk or we can continue to try to play this game. All right, we are back with another gameplay here. Well, not gameplay, VOD. I was gonna say the rank, but then I, for some reason, lost my train of thought. This is a gold game. It's a solo queue ADC gold game. You specifically wanted me to look at this particular video. Usually, though, I do pick a random video, but sometimes if you guys are like, hey, can you look at this specific one? And I can, then I will. So this game was someone who was just kind of thinking, well, they lost the game and they wanted to see if there's anything they could have done differently to maybe win the game. Just because we go over things about improving does not mean you could particularly win the game. Sometimes improving doesn't mean you can win the game. It just means you could have done something better. And that's what I like to emphasize on. I'm not saying what I teach you guys is something that if you just did this game, you'd win. Sometimes, you know, you just have to lose the game. But there are some times where it's like that particular call cost you guys so much it probably ended up losing you the game, or that particular fight you played poorly and ended up losing the game. So there are things like that, but just because you're doing something incorrectly or just because you're doing something and you can improve on it does not mean that particularly lost you the game. Before we get into it though, I want to give a shout out to my Patreons for being able to sponsor this video. As I say all the time, they are the particular reason why you guys can actually have these VOD reviews and have them for free, pretty much. So Slippery Slappers, thank you. Captain Reed, thank you. Axonology, thank you. Alana, thank you. ABC Troll, thank you. Tiny Panther, thank you. Infinity, thank you. And our newest member, Jared Bear, thank you. All you guys for your support. Make sure when you guys run into them in the Discord, you say thank you because, like I said before, they are the reason you do get these VODs. So, without further ado, let's get started in the video. All right. So, first thing we want to do, of course, is the same. Analyze the lane. Well, what are the three questions? The three questions are, what does my champion want to do? Kind of want to just kill people. What does the enemy champion want to do? She likes to farm, kill if she can, maybe, but more or less, she just wants to get through the laning phase. How can I prevent the enemy champion from doing what they want to do while also doing what I want to do? Well, the best way to do that is to think about the three states of the lane. Middle of the lane, pushing to their tower, or sitting behind, right? Where is probably the best spot for Kai'Sa to be so that she can't really farm too safely, and Tristana can definitely just get the kills. Right here, right? That Dora the Explorer moment. So in that's the case, we should hold the wave here and just keep killing Kai'Sa if she keeps walking up. If she doesn't walk up and she respects you, then she's just going to lose CS and experience. But if she does decide to walk up, then you can just straight kill her over and over. So you should be letting her push. Okay, already we started off by tossing the bomb on and trying to blow them up. I could just say, well, that's because you specifically are trying to get all the CS, even though they're going to die anyway. So you're like, well, I want to secure them, which is fine too. This is good. I like it so far. Okay, we're back to the main thing of what we talked about before, where you don't need to just auto attack the minions. Try to last hit them. So do not attack the minions unless you're trying to kill it. So we're actually going to add that as like a little training exercise. So do your best to only last hit. Do not feel like you have to set up the wave with autos. This is something that causes a lot of lanes to push back to where it's pushing into their tower. And a lot of the times when people say, well, I'm not really too good at wave manipulation, they're just kind of doing stuff like that just shove the wave on accident and they don't even know. So definitely something to pay attention to. Let me make sure I'm recording my mic. I don't know. I feel like sometimes I'll start recording and I've had it happen before where I get through the entire game and it's like, oh, your mic was off. And it's like, wow. Yeah, you see how you're kind of just setting up the wave by auto attacking it? You already have a auto push mechanic, which is when you kill something, it explodes. So why make extra stress on yourself? So we would freeze it, wait for Nautilus to get a hook. Now, at that point, let's go back just a little bit more. So at this point, don't hit the wave, right? You want to chill. But then at the point where you're like, all right, this is about to like crash and hit my tower, I need to make sure I thin this out so it stays here instead of gets me under tower, then it's okay to push. So you see, at the point where you should be, you're not. And at the point where you shouldn't be hitting the wave, you are. So if you can just flip that, you'll be good to go. You'll be solid. Okay. Once again, just kind of wait for the dude. You see, like now you're just auto. You don't have to. You're just kind of pushing the wave, and they can allow it just to push back to them, and they'll be safe. Ooh, this is gonna be rusty. Rusty? Rocky. What the rusty? This is gonna be rocky because you just got snared. But the bright side is she doesn't have an ability up. So you could just jump on him right now. Do you do that? Okay. Definitely just instantly jump. I don't like that. So whenever you're going for trades with Tristana, you lead with that bomb jump. Whenever going for trades with Trist, always lead with the bomb jump. Unless you're extremely scared of like going in. Like if you're like, this is not gonna work, then that's where you just like, I play cautious. But with a point like that, he's already like in it to win it. You just hop on and bomb. There could be the jungler around, and of course it's up to you to be paying attention to. But in a situation like that, excluding the fact that there is a jungler in the game, you should be hopping on them with the bomb. It's a lot of damage, and you get your reset to hop out. You bomb and jump at the same time. If you need to go into practice tool, you can. And it basically animation cancels out her throwing it, and she'll just hop and throw at the same time. What happens then is that your W, when you jump and land, actually procs one of the bomb ticks, I believe. Unless they changed that. Did they change that? Let me read it. Enemies explode, blah, blah, blah. Places a bomb on your enemy explodes for dealing physical damage. Each attack and ability. Okay, so yeah, they didn't change that. So yeah, you bomb it. All you gotta do is shoot 2 times, and you can then hop again. So you see how much damage you can get off? Jump bomb at the same time. Bam, when you land, you get 1 tick, and then you shoot 2 times with your active Q, and then it blows up. And then if you have to jump away, you can. And so that's why Tristana is so good at that like trading early, is because she can go in, pop, get out instantly and just chunk you. And obviously it gets to the point where she can just one shot. So whenever you do want to go for a trade, you need to lead with that jump bomb all the time. Do not be afraid, because that's where your power is. We already know she can't fight you, and they definitely can't fight you 2v2, but the ADC can't fight you 1v1. And she just uses snare. You have nothing to be afraid of. And you're level 3 and they're level 2. You have nothing to be afraid of. And he almost died because you didn't do anything about it. So really be ready for this type of stuff. That is a Nautilus. He wants to fight. It's not a support that's just going to play like a Soraka. When he goes in, that's your Q. You don't, and that's the bright side about kill lanes, and that's why I think kill lanes are just super punishing, because the ADC doesn't really have to do anything if the support just throws stuff and lands it. Because then they initiate, then the ADC just follows up and it's a free kill. Especially with stuff like Draven, Samira, Lucian, stuff like that. Like the support just hooks somebody, it's GG, they're dead. And so it's the same concept with Tristana. You have to pay attention to what that support's going to do, especially when it's a support like that. Because that's the only reason you're freezing it there, to get kills. You're not freezing it there to prevent poke, because you're going to get poked whether you're here or in the middle. If you want to prevent poke, you would perma push them in so that they can't do that to you. So that's kind of the one thing that kind of just didn't allow you to get maybe even 2 kills. You're probably going to get a heal and a flash for sure. Maybe a kill, maybe. You have double jump, so you can possibly get a kill because your jump is definitely a flash. So you would jump on her, bomb, make her heal and flash, then jump on her again with your second like repeat reset, and then potentially clean that kill up. Okay. Good hook. You see, once again, you need to hop instantly. And honestly, if you would have hopped at that point in time, you wouldn't have gotten snared. I mean, you would have gotten snared, but you would have been snared in midair, and it wouldn't have stopped your animation from like happening. Because Tristana's jump can just cancel like CC sometimes, depending on which ones they are and when you do it. Which is another thing you're just gonna have to get used to. It's not something I can like specifically tell you. But usually, if you do it before it hits you, like if you start the animation before it hits you, she'll still go through the animation. If you get caught in midair, you'll stop. So you're gonna have to probably replay that backwards to understand what I just said, because I can't say that again for sure. But yeah, right here, get the hook, bam, instantly jump. No reason not to. I mean, you got the teammates here too. What are you scared of at this point? So just instantly bomb jump. and then you get that reset, you can bomb jump again. But you see kind of how now you got to get close. Now you jump in later. Like, that could have been so much smoother, especially because you had 4 players down there. There's no reason for you to be afraid of jumping. So remember, every time, lead with the jump. Lead with the jump. Lead with the jump. Lead with the jump. Now, in team fights, it's a little different. Do not do that shit. Okay? You only hop in when you know you can get a reset. But aside from that, in trading in that lane, try to lead with your jump more, unless you're very sketch about actually taking that fight. When you know it's a fight, you win. Even if it's not going to be a kill, lead with that jump. It's a major part of your laning phase right now. All right, have them shove back in. Don't hit the wave, of course. Okay, and you're hitting the wave. You just let them shove you. Okay, there's no reason to like stay if you were going to back anyway. Were you waiting for a specific item? Okay, you were. Well, I don't actually know. Hold on, because you have 200 gold. Let's go back. Okay, you have 1,300. You're going to buy a BF. Okay, so you were staying for a specific. Oh, she stopped you. Okay. I was like, what the fuck? But okay, she stopped you. I was like, you had enough. Hold on, man. Hold on. But you had enough. Good jump. Okay. Like I said, just keep the wave towards you. You don't need to thin it out. Just hold it. Yep, just like that. And keep it there. Do not hit the wave unless it's the last hit. I see you trying again. Cool. You're trying it. You're trying. Now we pull it under. What we want to do is put our champion kind of in the front so it doesn't go past you. That way, if it can give it enough time to start attacking these guys. It's very weird to explain, but if we go back just a little bit. Okay. So if we just walk up and like prevent these guys from going past these guys and attack you, they're eventually going to basically re-aggro and fight them from here, which keeps them from passing this line. Well, the line is actually much farther away from the tower, but it's kind of like this. So it keeps them away from going. So if we just kind of like, I'm trying to like move the screen without moving the screen too much. Oh shit, I fucked it up. Okay, there we go. So if we just play it, if you put your body up here, you will block it, right? And then as you see, you don't block it, and then they start getting attacked. Now, would you get hit? Yeah, but at least it wouldn't break your freeze. And then you could just like compensate for that by getting the kill anyway. But this is what they want. They want to reset it so that it goes right back to the middle of the wave. Oh, they also want a dragon too. You're getting better at manipulating the wave though, since the last time that we talked, so good shit. So right now you're level 8, 14 minutes in. Once again, we want to try to end the laning phase between 10 and 12 minutes. 14 minutes is a little bit too far. Sometimes it does go that far, but if you can try to end it before then, that's cool. Don't rush it now, you know, but if you get the opportunity, definitely should be looking for that. So right now you should just be kind of jumping in. You know you're stronger at this point. What do you have compared to her, right? You have an IE. She doesn't win. So you need to be pinging him to go away. You need to be pinging him to press R. You need to be freezing the wave back here and start scrapping. Start scrapping. Because you got to get this tower down and you got to start rotating around the map. But because you're kind of just holding it there, playing really passive, even though you are stronger, it's like, okay, the whole map can lose and you can't do anything about it because you're stuck in this lane. Like, definitely at this point, you can just start hopping on them. Be smart about it, of course, but... See, then you shove it up. So, if you're going to be doing that, perma push it in, and then just hit the tower when the wave gets under, and then keep doing that. If you're not, and you're looking for kills, you keep it back here. For this particular matchup of playing Tristana. But you see, kind of we're just playing passive, 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 letting them kind of do whatever they want, letting her kind of farm. They're getting free dragons, even though bot lane is stronger than them. And you end up dying. when you could have been getting kills at like 10 minutes, 11 minutes, 12 minutes. And then it would have got to the point where it's like nobody can kill you, even if they tried. So you have to exert more of that pressure when you have that lead. And as I said, I am making a Patreon ADC video, and I will send that to you once I upload it, because I know you want to see that. And I'll go over kind of my thought process. That will be in Platinum Elo. You see how hesitant you are to jump on people? Don't really necessarily use it as a gap closer or an escape tool. You could still use it to kill people, to get that bomb off, and then reset your jump. So really get used to resets. That's like major right now. Get used to resets. Go in your practice tool, you know, and just fire off. Like, make an unlimited cooldown and just fire off your E and try to pop it and get your combos down. Okay, how can I pop it? I can pop it this way. I can pop it that way. Because look how much you lose because you sat in lane the entire time and you lost your tower first at the same time. So now at this point, you know, what's done is done, right? We can cry over spilled milk, or we can continue to try to play this game. We know Tryndamere is down for 33 seconds. The dragon is up in 38 seconds. This means there's no way Tryndamere can get from here to here before we take dragon. But this means that we're going to have to help defend that top tower. And into Tryndamere, Tristana is a great pick. So what we want to do is we want to fight for drag, and then we want to come back here and defend against Tryndamere. Yes, you're an ADC. It sucks that you have to do it, but hey, that's what it is. It is what it is. Okay. Yep, you're doing the right thing. Being down here, get this drag, and then we shoot and jet straight up to Tryndamere after this play. Just attack the drag. Just get the dragon. We don't want to fight if we don't have to. Okay, we just got caught. We just got caught. So if we are trying to avoid, if we just look and pay attention, where are the champions, right? Hecarim's there, Lux is there. We have a ward here, but did we see anybody here? Okay, let's go back even further. Okay, so there's Kai'Sa. Okay, it's dark. We don't know where she's at. But we know that Lux and Hecarim's right there. Somebody puts a ward there. Alright, but we still know Lux and Hecarim's there. We know Tryndamere's dead. That means the only players that are on this side are Echo and Kai'Sa, if they are there. So I'd rather deal with that and keep my body this way, so that if they do come, I have a way to get away, but I'm also furthest away from these guys. Right? And then as we slowly get more information, okay, there's Lux, there's Hecarim. And then there's Echo. So we should stand right here or right here. We can hit Echo up from behind the wall. Okay. So if we were behind the wall, we'd be able to do what we're doing right now, but right here. And you wouldn't have gotten snared. Also, we shouldn't have been afraid to hit the dragon. Because you're the ADC, you do the most damage out of everybody consistently. So we want to try to get the dragon as fast as possible if we really don't want to look for a team fight. So this means that whole entire time you were kind of walking around, being kind of scared to hit it, you should have been popping it off already and taking that as fast as possible so they have no time to regroup and no time to get people in. Because like I said, Tryndamere was dead. So you starting this and they start a 5v4, you have a better chance of winning. But then Tryndamere, you guys waited so long to do anything. Tryndamere just you know, came up and then he just kind of helped clean up the fight. Okay. The game's not over, just we're in the big, deeper hole. We don't win 5v5, so we can't look for those. Okay, we could be clearing top side, right? We could walk up there. We know Tryndamere's there. We do have our flash, and we have our ult, and we have our jump. So if we die to Tryndamere, it's kind of on us. But this allows us to have breathing room. And if you're really scared, ping your support. That's what I'll do when I'm playing AD carry, is I'll ping my support. And that's what people do and higher elos when they're jungling is they'll just shadow the AD carry because they know something like that could happen where the person could be sitting there. Obviously, the junglers you have aren't going to do that, but you can definitely try to get your support to come over and help you with that. Okay, they all get caught out. I mean, this game looks really hard to win after they got Baron. I want to say the main thing that kind of helped cost this game is definitely how we play laning phase. We didn't get out of laning phase. We kind of just sat in laning phase praying our team to win. And so when they don't, we're too weak to do anything because we didn't get out of that laning phase and affect the map when we were strong enough to do so. And then also the fact that we didn't do anything and try to burst that dragon to prevent a fight from happening. We just kind of we were just kind of trying to fight that fight, even though we know it was going to be a hard fight, instead of just burning it down and not having to fight. I think the main things, though, like I said, is definitely just that lane. We need to get out of that lane as fast as possible. So homework: try to get out of lane about 10 to 12 minutes, and if you can, do not rush it. If you rush it, you're probably gonna die. Don't rush it. But play to how you need to play. If it's like, I want to kill these guys, then hold it to you. And when the time starts to get about 9 minutes, 10 minutes, whatever, you need to start looking for fights a little bit more consistently. This means either pinging your support to constantly go in, or it just means you need to start the fights by yourself. I mean, either you start the fights by yourself and potentially die, or you just don't do anything and pray your team wins around the map, which obviously did not happen, right? Even though you did well. So get out of lane, start affecting the rest of the map, so that we don't have to deal with that situation, okay? So that's what you could have done differently to actually potentially win this game. Like I said, don't say that too often, but definitely the fact that we were in lane for so long, especially by being strong, we just didn't do anything with the strength. So yeah, that's pretty much it. As I said, keep an eye out for that ADC video I'm gonna make, and it should help you. It should help you learn how to do that type of stuff on my Patreon. So without further ado, if you guys got any questions, as I said, let me know, whether in the comments below or ask me on my Discord. If you guys would like a free VOD review, be sure to join my Discord. I will open it every weekend, the free VOD review channel, and you put that VOD in there. If you guys would like a free coaching session each week or each month, still not sure yet, make sure we reach 200 subscribers and we will get that going. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you to the Patreons for allowing this to be possible, and I will talk to you guys later. Thank you for approaching this like a coach.